Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel. In my channel, we generally talk about literature. Well, most of the time it's English, but yeah, we will try to talk about some other literatures as well as the time comes. And today we are going to talk about Funeral Blue by W.H. Auden. So, before the poem itself, let's talk about the writer. So, Auden was a British American writer. Um all right. Before that, welcome Soumya. Welcome to my channel.
Thank you.
after
It's
talking,
okay.
after talking for an hour, welcome. Okay, so
Yes.
let people know a little about W.H. Auden, Pulitzer Prize winner.
Yes. Right. So he was British American. He was born in 1907 and died in 1973. And he's extremely known for his poems, but he has written some plays in collaboration with Christopher Sherwood as well. And just the way Christopher Sherwood is known for his homosexuality, Auden was also a gay homosexual, and for which he tried everything so that he could change his sexual orientation, but he failed. That shows that sexuality is not a choice. So yes. Also, one more thing is that I recently found while watching this film Awakenings, which is based on a neurologist's account about some disease. So it was like 1973 book by Oliver Sacks, and in its 1976 edition, there is a poem by W.H. Auden, which was being quoted in that book, "The Art of Healing." And Auden and Sacks were like really good friends back then. So yeah, now we'll move to funeral blues, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay, yes. So before we move to the poem, one more thing is that it also known as "Stop All the Clocks," right? Uh, it's the another name for the poem, and it first appeared in a play, obviously. Yes. Okay, let's talk. Like, should I read?
yeah, yeah. Please.
Okay. Funeral blues. Stop all the clocks, cut off the telephone, prevent the dog from barking with the juicy bone. Silence the pianos and with muffled drum bring out the coffin, let the mourners come. Let aeroplanes circle moaning overhead, scribbling on the sky the message he is dead. But crab bows round the white necks of the public doves. Let the traffic policemen wear black cotton gloves. He was my north, my south, my east and west, my working week and my Sunday rest, my noon, my midnight, my talk, my song. I thought that love would last forever. I was wrong. The stars are not wanted now. Put out everyone. Pack up the moon and dismantle the sun. Pour away the ocean and sweep up the wood, for nothing now can ever come to any good. Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Yeah.
So the quality of music, like his poems having this musicality, it's actually good to read. It
Yeah, I
feels like
mean,
you're reading a poem.
yeah, this was my first read today, and obviously, amazing one.
Yes. So
Yeah, as
would
I
you?
felt last time as well, quite literal, but then again, a lot of things to take from the poem. So let's talk about the poem stanza by stanza, right?
Right.
Okay, let's go with the first one then.
Okay. So you'll begin or should I?
Please go on, please go on.
Hmm. So the first stanza, stop all the clocks, se leke let the mourners come. So yeah, it's the very basic scene of a funeral, and the poet and the other speaker is extremely sad because of the death of his or her lover, beloved. So yes, this intention of just being in that silence and not in the state of talking to anybody or answering. I think I could feel that, like, where it was like stop all the clocks, cut off the telephone, like, just I just want to be in that tranquility while I was seeing. So yeah, the poet wants some silence because um, funeral is something, and or maybe the grief is something which actually causes a lot of uh, what to say, constant chatter in your head already. So yes, you try to avoid the um, external chatters. Yes. That was, and also like the way prevent the dog from barking with a juicy
Juicy.
bone.
Yeah.
It sounds like, okay, like the God has taken away something really precious from me. This dog also shouldn't get anything. This- yeah, like this was something that came to my mind. Yeah.
I mean, this line, prevent the dog from barking with a juicy bone. I mean, how should I say it? Like, stop all the clocks, cut off all the telephones. I mean, yeah, he wants as you said, he wants the solitude here. He wants the tranquility here. He doesn't want any sort of noise or any sort of interaction with the world. He just want to be alone. But then this line, prevent the dog from barking with a juicy bone. I mean, he could have just been like, pissed off about this. Like, shut your barking dog, okay? But he's saying that with a juicy bone. It's like, yeah, I mean, I want this tranquility, but I don't know. It's giving me a little different sort of a
Mhm.
feeling, with a juicy
Yes.
bone. And then silence the piano with a muffled drum, bring out the coffin, and let the mourners come. So, the one thing is that, yeah, the scenery of funeral. I usually do not know how to react in those sort of situations. I mean, even when I'm dealing with someone very close to my heart and I'm attending their funerals, I mean, if I'm like deeply affected, I I don't know, I will just like stone up. I won't be able to, even I won't have the strength to even ask for this tranquility. And
Yeah.
if I'm like, if the person is not that close to me, I wouldn't know how to sympathize or how to show my empathy towards the next person, because funeral is like, it's just a thing that I cannot deal with personally. And there are some actions happening in this funeral. So, uh, in some sort, I feel like I wouldn't be able to relate with this particular. I mean, okay, you remember that? What was that? Emily Dickinson's.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I heard the
yeah,
line, but
that one. So that is something different, right? But here it is a little funeral, and he's talking, commenting about that, and he's like, he's in that moment and still doing. So I mean, I can relate to that. Emily Constance, I can relate to that. But this one is like, I don't know, just something different.
mm,
Okay. Quite little
right.
meaning. Okay, then
Yeah.
let's move on to the.
I feel like everybody has a different way to deal with grief, and grief is a very uh, like deep emotion. I
Mhm.
mean, I also don't know how to deal with grief.
Yeah, and actually it's very personal. I mean, how am I supposed to, I mean, first of all, I'm not able to react. And second of all, even if I'm not a situation, not in a, like, griffin struck kind of a situation, I just wouldn't know what to say. Because
Mm,
we are literature people, right? We value the words. Like, what
mm,
sort of word is there that I can use? What sort of gesture is there that I can use? It's just nothing. I don't know. It's like a blank. I just don't know.
I get it totally. Yeah. So next stanza goes like, "Let aeroplanes circle moaning overhead, scribbling on the sky the message he is dead. Put crepe boughs around the white necks of the public doves. Let the traffic policemen wear black cotton gloves. So, yeah, like again, it's like he just wants the things to be very explicit and evident, very palpable, that he just wants, like, just write the message in the sky that he is dead. I have lost somebody. And crab bows, sorry for my pronunciation, but put crab bows round the white necks of the public doves. And this idea of like these two lines, like crab bows or public doves के साथ traffic policemen and black cotton gloves,
Mm-hmm.
it's very contradictory, but it again, it's very like apt for the situation, like where people like usually wear all of these things for funeral in western world, like how. And we can also dissect this poem in a way that how we as Indians from the east uh, like prepare things in funerals and behave differently as compared to the this western world, where like black would not be the most like the choice of the color, and like it's a cultural difference which we can see. It just brings me that to my brain as well. Yeah.
I mean,
Hmm.
in this stanza is basically saying that I have lost something and I am in a, like, grief situation. So the entire world, all of you, come with me and see that how much I am grieving. So yeah, he's like,
Yes, he wants everybody to be present and everybody should be aware of his loss.
yeah, he
Hmm.
wants to show that, see, the like, yeah, he wants to include the entire world in his loss. That yeah, I have lost something so precious to me that everyone should be sad, not just me.
Isn't it like contrary to the first stanza where he was seeking tranquility, like solitude, and now he just wants everybody to be present? I mean, yeah, that could be taken in a way that I don't want people to talk, I don't want to listen them, I don't want to hear their uh, mouth speaking something. It's just that I want people to be present, just physically present there, or maybe emotionally present.
Yeah, I don't think it's contrary. I mean, just think about this situation where you are in a, like, extreme pain. You wouldn't
Hmm.
want any sort of disturbance, any sort of noise that is disturbing your pain, but still you would want to express that, you would want to cry out loud. So
Hmm.
this is what he's doing, I guess.
Yeah, right. Makes sense. Hmm. Okay. But I'm still thinking about like why traffic policemen wear black cotton gloves. Why would they wear
Because
gloves?
traffic police, uh, what do I say, I mean, it's a, like, a part of a daily life. And he's saying that we are black cotton gloves, but like, it's
Hmm.
just that, every minute thing, every so regular thing, everything should be included in my grief. So
Hmm.
let them wear the black gloves, because a lot of people are going to see him. So when he is wearing the black gloves, so it's like, I mean, he's including more people into the grief. That's what I can take.
Hmm. It to me it is like what I have been have experienced. So I have seen traffic police use their hands
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Uh, है ना?
The sign,
तो
yeah, the sign. They do the
yeah,
sign.
like to give directions to people.
Yeah.
So maybe in that sense, like just wear black cotton gloves so that everybody could get to know that they will get aware. Yes, there is
Yeah,
something.
that's what I wanted to say, because a lot of people will watch that person, will see that person, so they will get to know that, yeah, somebody has lost something very precious. Some funeral is going on.
Yes, right. Hmm. And then the like public doves yeah, like while reading this line, this reminds me that this poem originally was written for some politician, I guess. When he died, a politician died, and it was for people, uh, like that, those who were like very in support of him. And Auden was writing this poem to kind of a tribute to that politician. Yes, the original sense of this poem. So I guess public doves here means, in that kind of, in that light, it's the people who has lost their leader and now are directionless. And then the line, let the traffic policemen wear black cotton gloves, where traffic policemen usually show us directions and when to move and where to move. So yes, in that manner, in that light, I'm saying. Otherwise, for a beloved, or for a, like, it's very universal kind of a poetry where you can like put it in anywhere where you have lost somebody close.
Yeah.
Yes. And again, this sense of direction. He was my north, my south, my east, and west. Yes.
My working week and my Sunday rest. My noon, my midnight, my talk, my songs. I thought that love would last forever. I was wrong. Well, I have a lot to talk about this stanza. First of all, yeah, he was my north, my south, my east and west. As in, he was my entire world. He was everything to me. My working days and my one day, yeah, he was my working week and my Sunday rest. Well, see, my working week, as in my regular routine, and also the Sunday rest, as in my excitement, my joys, that refreshment, my noon, my midnight, my talk, my song. Basically, my everything, a part of my everyday. But this line bothers me. I thought that love would last forever. I was wrong. Now he isn't talking about the lover. He's talking about the love. What?
Yes.
I mean, see, all like the above two stanzas, he's like grieving so much. I mean, he's in like deep pain, this sense of loss. And now he's saying that I thought that my love would last forever, and now I was wrong. So as in my love is gone now. What? No, but that's not possible. You have to love the person so much to be in that much of a pain. Then how can the love end? I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's like very similar idea which I almost find in every poet's poetry. In one of their poems, this idea of having this like kind of a deception, that like you have an assumption, but it's actually deceiving you. The idea that that assumption that love would last forever, but it's not that. Like, for example, that Pablo Neruda's poem "Tonight I Can Write the Saddest Line," where he writes like, "Love is so short, forgetting is so long." And also, it's the same idea which was explored in Tennyson's "In Memoriam." So yeah, like it's very evident. And then I thought that love would last forever. Like, it's just, we feel whenever we fall in love, and then we only think of this, that this will last forever. It's forever and
See,
ever.
my question was that if I'm saying that it is the love that is lost now, so he's grieving about this death of his love, or is he grieving about this lover? What exactly is this?
Yeah, that's quite a tricky thing
Yeah.
to think about. But yeah, like for me, he is just connecting the two. I think, um, like denoting the two with the same thing, love. Uh, की connotation से ही, that if, obviously, if I am talking like, if I lost somebody, like how instantly we say I loved this person the moment they die. We don't talk that we, I love him or I love her स्टिल ऐसा नहीं होता, वो सीधा लव वो पास तुरंत ही पास्ट टेंस में चला जाता है, मेरे को तो ऐसा ही लगता है। तो आई गेस विद द डेथ ऑफ his lover or beloved or somebody close, that thing, that bond, that connection, that love also in some way dies. So I think वो दोनों का ही एक तरीके से फ्यूनरल मना रहा है, मुझे ऐसा लगता है।
या
हम्म।
मतलब मुझे तो ये इसलिए ट्रिकी लगा ना, क्योंकि इफ आई टेक द लिटरल लव दैट माय लव दैट द पर्सन दैट आई वाज इन सो मच इन लव विद इज गॉन नाउ, it will become something so like um, it's like totally north and south kind of a situation, you know. If I'm talking about the lover who is dead, so
हम्म।
itna zyada pain, so it's like कि, yeah, I love that person so much, but like I loved him so much that even after his death I'm just so desperate to have it, like I'm just desperate would be a wrong word. I mean, it's just that that loss is so much on me that like I'm trying to, you know, include the entire world in my grief. So
हम्म।
it will be extreme sort of love, you know. But
हम्म।
if he's talking about this love, not the person, as in the love, the feeling is dead now. So it is becoming like such a minute thing that, you know, it's not that magnificent divine sort of love. It's just the human love. And yeah, as you said, you know, love doesn't last forever, especially when it is conquered. If it's
हम्म।
unrequited, it somehow survives throughout. But when it's like you achieve that love, it dies out really soon. And all that's left is the little sparkles, you know, that you had, like just the sprinkles of love is left. And that divinity, that magnitude, that hugeness of love is somehow it's lost. So it gives like a total north and south kind of a situation. If like this one word love, just this one word, as in a person, it is making the love something really huge, something really out of what would I say, out of reality. And then if you it's literal love, the feeling love, it is becoming too relatable, you know, too worldlistic. God knows. Yeah, so
We
that's
are inventing new words.
we always do. You remember in the class, there was this negritude word by Amy Caesar, and I was like, okay, we will do the brownitude. Ma'am was like, brownitude.
We are proud Brahmins.
We are again. Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's this love thing. It had bothered me, you know.
Yeah. And when I see the whole stanza, like how he was talking about every direction, and then the weeks, and then he was like, this, like his world revolves around this person,
Yeah.
and everything is very much associated with this person. And so it also made me think of this thing, like again, in the same stream of thought that I was talking earlier. Um, like, yes, when I lost somebody, when I lose somebody, I instantly get this feeling that now this person has gone, now this bond has also gone, this kind of love, like I think we share a different kind of love with different people. It's not always the same on its magnitude and its manners. So yes, like that kind of a thing, that now he's thinking that my world was revolving around this person till yesterday, and now today this person is no longer. So yeah, I thought that love would last forever. I thought that this person and this bond, this love that we have to cherish will stay forever. But I
You
was
know,
wrong because, but मतलब, for me, because मुझे ऐसा लगता है now that he has lost a person, this feeling will gradually lose its essence, and he'll start loving somebody else. Or maybe if not, then I don't know, like it could be like then it could last forever. But in, as you said, like world realist, what is that word? Like in the, like in the world of where materialism is the top notch priority. slowly people losing the grip with their emotional quotients and all. So yes, for me, I could think of this like this. So yes.
When I actually kind of I would go on the contrary of you, because I feel like death, even though, yeah, the word that we say, ki, yeah, I loved him so much. When the person is gone, I would say that, okay, yeah, I did love him so much. But that was just a way of saying, because it is on our nature that when something is gone, we use the past tense. That's
Hmm.
all there is to me, because I feel like death is something which adds a lot of value to everything actually. I mean,
Hmm.
we don't value people as much as we do when they are dead. And we just, when they are alive, we sort of ignore the person. I mean, I don't know how to put it in right words, in correct words, but death adds a lot of value. I mean, one person is dead, and you would never say that, yeah, he was a bad guy. Suddenly he's becoming just sweet to everybody. So
That.
the same goes for the love as well. If there's a person whom I loved so dearly and he's gone, now the time that we had to spend together, when I would have found something to hate about him, is gone. So now it's all love in my heart for him. I didn't get a chance to hate him. So that love
Hmm.
would stay forever with me. So, it's very different kind of point of view from as of yours. Yeah,
Yeah.
moving on is another thing, but still that love will, like, yeah, that will stay in my heart. So
Hmm. Yes. All right. Next, the last stanza goes like, stars are not wanted now. Put out everyone. Pack up the moon and dismantle the sun. Pour away the ocean and sweep up the wood. For nothing now can ever come to any good. Hmm. Extremely. Now this shows, like, this starting and the ending shows anguish as well. Grief. Like he was like very disappointed in that person. How could you just leave me like this in this world, kind of a thing.
mhm.
And, how for him, like the world again revolves around him, like around that person, that um the stars are not needed any longer. And obviously, like he did not say needed, he said wanted. Like the choice he made here, wanted, not wanted, uh, obviously has some depth. Like,
Pack up the moon. No, like literally pack up the moon. Can you imagine being somebody and just packing up the moon in a suitcase and just throwing it into some another dimension? You'll be like,
it's
तुमने बोला मैंने कर दिया यार चलो ठीक है पैक कर दिया मैंने मून को dismantle the
yeah,
sun.
it every time I read this line, it just reminds me of the film shootings. Pack up.
Pack up.
Now it's we are done with this. Now pack up.
No, I'm like literally imagining somebody like a being a warrior and then dismantling the sun with a sword.
Good. That's like really good imagination. Like very vivid visualization you're doing. Yeah, I can also like now think of this. It's funny and scary at the same time. Like I'm just
Horrible
fascinated how
situation.
he is like writing very individualistic perspective, that I don't want any more stars or this moon or this sun. Everything that brings luminance, like I don't want this natural light any longer in my life. Everything that makes the world work, I don't need. I don't want it any longer, because for
Nothing
nothing now
now
can
can ever come to any good, yeah.
yes. Pour away the ocean and sweep up the wood. As if it also like sounds to me like I also want to go in that path of desiccated kind of a thing, where I'm
Being
drying
Harlem,
out myself.
being Harlem.
I
I
want to
don't.
dry out myself. I don't want to live. I don't want to be in this human self any longer. Hmm. Yes, I'm like the images that he has used. Wow. It's actually very good to read kind of a poem. Like
Yeah,
you, it gives you the very basic essence of poetry, which for a very from our foundational years of education we get to learn. Like there will be rhyme, there will be this, the musicality, the tone, the rhythm. So
yeah,
yeah, it's good to read and hear. It's very good for our ears as well.
yeah.
Yeah, but again, the question of love, loss, grief.
No, actually, no. This last stanza is kind of giving me the answer when he's saying that
You know.
for nothing now can ever come to any good. So, if it's about a person that I loved so dearly, and if he's gone, I don't think the hope will be gone forever. I mean, I wouldn't hate the world because of that. But if
Hmm.
it's the love which is dying from my heart, then I'll be like, वो होता है ना कि हाँ प्यार ही मर गया यार. अब तो
Hmm.
so now it's like a black and white sort of a situation. So now all the color have gone and I have no hope. I know
Right.
that I wouldn't fall for anybody else because the love itself is gone now. So
Yes.
I think I'm getting some sort of answer of my previous question in
Yes.
this line.
Right. Because once you love somebody like so deeply and लाइक कैसे समझाऊं मैं कैसे बहुत ही शिद्दत वाला प्यार व्यार कर लिया जाए उसके बाद फिर यू फील लाइक अब मेरे में ना हिम्मत है ना ताकत है ना जुर्रत है दोबारा से प्यार करने
अगर
की।
अच्छे वर्ड्स में बोलूँ ना तो देखो हमारे साथ तो कुछ ऐसा भी नहीं हुआ कि मन से प्यार मर गया। हमारे साथ तो बस ये हुआ है कि लड़का से त्रस्त आ गया है बस। तो अब तो मतलब मेरा भी सेम ही है यहाँ पे। मैं तो यही बोलूँगी कि नो वैलेंटाइन एनीथिंग। लेट मी जस्ट बी अलोन। Let me just have this marry and let me just get a dog and yeah, I'll be fine. So
Right.
I can say that pack up the moon, dismantle the sun because not for nothing now can never come to any good.
Oh my God. That's like really good to know that you are like relating to this to like I would say like what you're saying it's still dark but in a lighter sense because it's not related to somebody's death. So it's still fine. Yeah. Hmm. And again, like Funeral Blues, the title
Yeah, yeah.
that we should talk.
See, the color blue is significant, is have this sort of significance. So obviously, this blue reminds you this of this melancholy. But as you were like explaining to me before the session about this color blue, uh, yeah, repeat that for
Yeah, like
everybody.
the blue and like the shades and the shades of blue and purple are the rarest in nature, and to find their natural pigment in the nature is extremely hard. There hardly, I think, there's a butterfly only, or yes, lapis lazuli. That the like the stone, the precious stone. These are the only two ways. I mean, the two things which actually consist the natural
I mean,
tinge of
purple being so rare that the ancient those kings were like yeah, we will wear the purple because purple is so expensive and
yes,
it
and
is so
it
rare.
looks very royal, right? That is the way, that is the reason for which purple is still connected to this connotation of like as a royal color, and same is the case with blue. Like when we talk about the Persian blue or the indigo, like the shades of blue, like as an indigo as a shade of blue is also considered very royal and very uh, expensive and exclusive. So yes, like
The
so
beauty
like
of blue, I mean, yeah, it actually it's like really amusing that you say you call it a blue planet because yeah, the water is blue, but water is actually not blue. I mean,
yeah.
you say the sky is blue, but yeah, again, the sky is not blue. It's just the spectrum and those tiny particles and those wavelengths and everything. It's just that those are like sort of not illusion. I know the physics, the science, but yeah, it's like हाँ दिखा रहे हैं blue, but blue है नहीं. It's like a mirage, you know. It's
Exactly.
not real. So yeah, in reality, those are just so rare.
Yes.
You know, the
Right.
other day I saw this one Chinese a blogger, I guess. He was making like blue pottery, and that was like such a long process, and that was like chemical wala. तो मतलब ऐसा था ना कि that blue was so rare that वो chemicals वगैरह डाल के first it was red, and after like you know with those chemical things, and then finally it was turned out to be blue. So when you said na कि rare वाला thing, तो I just remember that yeah, that was
Yes.
pretty rare.
Yeah, like the thing with blues. And after reading this thing about blue, I got inspired and wrote a poem, an ode to blue, the color blue,
Yeah,
something.
बोलो अच्छा.
Yeah.
Send it to me.
Um,
Send it to me.
yes, absolutely. I'll send it to you. Yeah. So, like as you
I,
said,
I
like
actually, well, I use a lot of colors in my poems, but yeah, I have also written this blue butterfly. I think it is in the poem. Oh, by the way, since we are here, this is the book that I have published. Like, I have contributed to this book and it is
oh,
on
good,
this
good.
one. So, everybody, 120 Amazing Poems, Volume 4. If anybody is interested, please go
Let
and
them
buy
know
it.
as well.
I think I had written this blue butterfly in this, like, book.
Mhm.
Maybe, I'm not really sure because I feel like I had written this one poem, Blue Butterfly. Oh, no, no. I changed the name and it was like Bad
Um,
Butterfly, but yeah, it was blue.
oh, so, hmm.
Yeah, there's a few, me, right? I love to do this, what we call it, alliteration. Few black bubbles blushed on his blue wings. So,
Right.
blue, yeah, blue is like, yeah,
Actually,
a color I use a lot.
yes, I would say that blue is like extremely favorite to me, and slowly and gradually it's like becoming more and more favorite somehow. So, and I really like the connotations of blue. But yes, again, when we talk of like there's like very simple thing like when we talk about blues, it just simply take us to the melancholic wala chीज. Yes, like dukh dard kasht पीड़ा.
पता नहीं कैसे but how did we connect blue with the melancholy? I mean, blue is such a vibrant color. It should be happiness, right? But no, yellow is happiness. पता नहीं.
Nee, in some when I don't know what was I reading. I think I was reading Elena Ferrante, The Days of Abandonment, where I saw like really a lot of use of the color yellow. Though I checked about the connotations. So yeah, like in different culture, yellow has been also considered like in some places extremely
Melancholy.
rel- yes, in some cultural senses. Yeah, I don't remember in which country as such, but maybe in somewhere in Middle East, it's considered the like something not in good, like inauspicious होता है या फिर like it's also relating to something disturbing. But yes, like the general connotation of yellow is happy, happy.
No, I mean, as of blue, I can only think of this one thing that when a person is dead, he kind of becomes not just pale, he kind of becomes bluish. So that
Hmm.
is the only thing I can think that
Yes,
why blue is considered melancholic because it is something which is related to death, I guess.
exactly. Yeah, the shade comes to that. This now reminds me of The Flea by John Donne. Color turned to purple.
He was an exception. Let's just say that he was just the flea. So now we are married.
Blues is like like some kind of relation. It has some relation to music as well, like a type of a music. जैसे हम jazz के बारे में
Mhm.
जानते हैं, वैसे I think blues it's also a kind of a
Genre
music.
of music.
Yeah, yeah, right.
अच्छा, ये तो मुझे नहीं पता था यार, पहले पता चला पहले।
मतलब it just clicked to my head. Yeah, हो सकता है कहीं पढ़ा होगा मैंने भाई। जैज याद आया तो मुझे ब्लूज याद आ गया। So
Funeral
yeah, but
blue.
blues. Yeah. Hmm.
I mean, wow, like people take their titles so, like, they choose. I mean, the choice, like funeral blue. If we are taking the sense of as in melancholy, obviously it goes like along with this theme of funeral.
Hmm.
But then again, if you're talking about this, con- connotation of color blue, we are saying that it seems as if it's present everywhere, but at the same time, it's the rarest of a color. So, love is something like that. You can love almost anything and everything, but that one love, that's just unique. So,
Yes.
wow.
And also, like he could have just write funeral, but he has written funeral blues as if like he's not focusing on the funeral as such. He's talking about what feelings are generated in you when
that,
you're present in a funeral.
yeah, that effect that is there.
Yes, right. मेरे
The
दिमाग में
thoughts of,
there are books which talk about death, and then there are books which talk about what happens to the person who's left behind, the person who has died.
exactly, yeah. Hmm. I totally
So
get it.
in that
And
sense,
when you were talking about this this phenomena of love being so real, and then we just say that I love you so much, but that love eventually dies. It that at that point I had remembered of this poem of Onion. You were the one who suggested that, right?
wonderful. Yes, I
Yeah.
have posted today only. Like, uh,
Acha,
yes,
you did? I couldn't check it. Sorry, I'll just check it then.
it's okay. Yes, just made a recitation kind of a
This
thing.
one line on the sky, this message that he is dead. He is dead. He. Now, who is this he?
Yeah,
He.
like I remember in this, like, why, like you tell me because I know the ओरिजिनली किसके लिए लिखी गई, या फिर मैं तो इसको प्यार मोहब्बत से भी जोड़ लेती हूँ, नोइंग दैट इट्स नॉट समथिंग meant for love, it was meant as a political poem. But what do you think about this when you think he is dead?
He is dead. See, I can relate to a lot of things here. He, या तो मैं कह लूँ कि वो लवर है, या तो मैं कह लूँ कि वो प्यार है, या तो कह लूँ कि मैं खुद हूँ. A part of me is dead. He is dead.
Wow. Yeah, like सेल्फ डेथ हो रही है भाई, अपने
मतलब
लिए लिखा जा सकता है।
ग्रीफ इतना ज्यादा है मेरे अंदर कि अ पार्ट ऑफ द हैप्पी पार्ट ऑफ मी इज डेड, सो या ही इज डेड. लिख दो ये चीज जाके स्काई
But
पे.
it actually making sense, like you and your world revolves around what happened. Something unstable internet. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you
Yeah, yeah,
see
yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, like, your world revolves around yourself only, most of the time of
Hmm.
your lifetime.
Hmm.
So, yes, it makes sense. Like, when we can talk about self death. You have, like, give a different kind of interpretation to this whole poem now. Oof. That actually making real sense. As if I'm writing about myself. That I am, like, I have failed in self love. That I thought that love would last forever was wrong. I couldn't love myself enough to keep up with this world, to be alive.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm dead. Wow. Now, this is like really something for which. I usually crave to have a different perspective.
I know, right? Me too. Same here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yes. Hmm. And also the fact that he was like destroying every beautiful thing.
yeah,
It was not that like he was talking something about ugliness. He was talking about the beauty of the world, aesthetically
yeah.
pleasing things. And now he is like, ये सब हटा दो, ये सब नहीं देखना नहीं चाहिए. Like now this reminds me of Coleridge, where he was like when like nature may, if you want to see the peace in nature, you have to
जो
be
मन में
have
है वही आंखों में दिखेगा. हम्म.
where he like the same the case with Wordsworth was this, that he was able to write such peaceful poetry about nature because he has that peace inside him, but Coleridge was struggling with that peace, and so for that he couldn't write such
I
peaceful poetry.
mean, their friendship is just something, you know. I mean, one person like taking out the good memories, and one person is being like, nah, nah, nah. Like one is yellow, one is blue.
They're like very opposite. Like Wordsworth was constantly on to
They are
focused
like,
on nature.
two sides of a coin. You know.
Yes. You just they exist together. They in this conquer kind of a thing, where they're conquering together, but you just can't separate them. They
Exactly.
coexist. They
Exactly.
are different from each other, but yes, you can't separate them.
I mean, in my opinion, I would say Kafka and Dostoevsky as well. And to be very honest, me and you as well. Like, yeah, we do have this friendship, we do have this similarity, but at the same time, we are just so different from each other. So, yeah, yeah, two sides of a coin.
Beautiful. Hmm. It's beautiful. Yeah. So I guess we are done with
Yeah,
this.
we are almost done. I mean, Salvia, we just couldn't
Go,
do it, Salvia.
go with the wind kind of people. We are like leaves. We move with wind. Yes. Hmm.
Okay, so let's end the session here. That was again another beautiful poem. Again, a very short and very direct sort of a poem. And again, a very different yet a loving sort of a poem. Okay, so let's meet the next time with some another writer with some. Actually, let's do short stories maybe. Or
Yeah. We can have a series of our short story. Like we can take a collection and we can, or we can just have a different short stories.
yeah, yeah. Let's
Mhm.
explore a lot of other things as well. So,
Yes.
yeah, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for staying with us. And if you're new here, I would suggest you to be here with us because, yeah, we'll be exploring a lot of more literature.
Yes.
So,
Also, like you should also keep your views in the
yeah,
comment section.
exactly. If
Yes.
you have like read the poem or maybe want us to explore something which we haven't yet, then please give your opinion. Yeah. Thank you so much again. And Soumya, thank you so much for staying so long with me because yeah, it's been like almost what do I say? Maybe even more hours now.
That's fine.
Okay,
Yes.
then let's meet up the next time. Till then, bye bye, guys. And yeah, as I always say, do whatever you like until it's hurting somebody else, of course. Reading, keep writing, and yeah, do whatever you want. Bye bye. Okay, then I'll stop now. Okay, bye.